Alright, hello internet, it's been a while. Today we're going to be playing Endless Genesis. This is for the new RPG Maker Horror Game Jam 14 Endless Ocean. I decided to make a game, so I thought I would also play as many of the entries as I can get through. I'm obsessed with the music of this game already. I have the menu playing. I'm like embarrassed to admit I've been sitting here like listening to it for like almost 10 minutes. It's so pretty. It almost feels like familiar, not in the way that it sounds like a specific song, but just like it's so well crafted that it feels like I should know it. It's like it's giving like Alex Lacamoire, who produced a whole bunch of the music that's on Broadway. Like it feels like a Dear Evan Hansen meets like Blue October. Like it's really pretty. I really like this song. Like it's gonna be stuck in my head. Anyway, Endless Genesis by BugByteGaming. Have you ever heard of the immortal jellyfish? Muse has been wandering the ocean aimlessly for a long time, even after inadvertently picking up Lamna, a lone great white. I need to like warm up my ability to read. A lone great white. They do little more than drift along, their body carried by the currents, their mind by dreams. Or are they dreams? Play as Muse, a jellyfish, as they wander the deep, drifting through surreal dreams and memories. Will you manage to escape the clutches of memory, or will you let them drag you down into the abyss? Made for the RPG Maker Horror Jam, has 2 endings, takes approximately 15 to 30 minutes to complete depending on your reading speed and how much you like to explore. All music and original non-default sprites were made by yours truly. BugByteGaming, this is so pretty. Like, I want to I want there to be lyrics to this. It's so pretty. It really gives that like, I don't know. Anyway, I could like talk about it. Trigger warning. We love trigger warnings. Mild body horror, descriptions of self-harm, attempted suicide, that's an important one, implied medical abuse, and depictions of character losing their grasp on reality. So some unreality. Note, while I playtested this game and have not run into any soft locking or game-breaking bugs, please let me know if you come across something and I will fix it after the game jam rating period ends. Oh my gosh, yes. BugByteGaming, I help host this jam with Bergeron. I'm one of the jam hosts. For the record, you can, if you watch this, you can. I'm so silly. That was silly of you. What am I doing? You can update your game anytime during the rating period, where it's a very, very low stakes, very, very chill jam. Let me prove it. Look, there I am, Broody Gaming. Very, very low stakes jam, so please feel free to update your game as much as you want to during the rating period. It's very common for games to be unfinished when they get uploaded. There's no rules, there's no prize, it's just creating and giving each other feedback in a very low stakes environment. So please feel free to update your game. And also, if you want to join the Discord, no pressure. I see you made your game in RPG Maker MZ. You'll get more clicks if you have a browser version, so let us know if you need any help setting up a browser version, because more people will play it if they can play it on browser rather than download it. Let's get in. I have my tea with me. I'm definitely going to lose my voice. My vocal cords are wimpy. Content warning. This game contains descriptions of self-harm, attempted suicide, implications of medical abuse, and depictions of character losing their grasp on reality to varying degrees. If you are sensitive to any of these themes, please pay attention. Please play at your own discretion. Thank you. Oh, look, there we are. We are a little jellyfish. Oh, now I'm in a cage. Oh, but I can get back out, okay? So I'm not stuck. Okay, can't interact with that. Can't interact with that. Cute. It's very blue. Oop, there's pipes. Oh no, Eric. Like from The Little Mermaid. Get it? Get it? Get my joke? Okay. Oh, can't interact with that either. Well, sometimes it's Z. So let me just make sure. No, I don't think I can. Okay. Oh, I love our little jellyfish guy. I forget what our name is. Going after this. I'm gonna click on stuff. I gotta try. I gotta try. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess I would guess I'm following the purple smudges. Are they purple? They look purple to me. Oh. Hello? Oh, it's a slightly lighter blue. Who was in that cage? It looked like a specimen tube. Ooh, dolphin 1. Flip him again, flip him again. No, 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 no more. My head won't stop spinning. Oh. Did you say something, Shark Pup? You finally gonna fight back? Ow, stop it. Well, you gonna do something about it? I know you sharks don't have any bones, but I didn't think you'd be this spineless. We're all, what are all those pointy teeth for anyway? You haven't even tried to bite us. Pathetic. You're better off as shark fin soup. Oh, that's dark. At this rate. Maybe we should just get him now. 4 against 1 seems pretty unfair, don't you think? The hell? A jellyfish? What do you want? We're just trying to have a little fun here, alright? Nothing wrong with playing with our food a little, so how about you just keep floating along? Unless you want to be an appetizer. You couldn't stomach me. Smart ass, huh? Would you look at that, Sharky? This jellyfish is more of a spine than you. Well, whatever. Jellyfish don't have many calories, so you'll make a nice starter. Aw. The hand grab, the dramatic hand grab. Boss! Oh my gosh. He's dead. What? What did you... Are you joining him? Ooh. That's pretty. Ooh. That's very pretty. I love that character design. I love their eyes like poking out through the slightly see-through dome. Jellyfish are so cool. They're pretty freaky though. Retreat, retreat. Oh my gosh, we killed one of them. You saved me. Oh my gosh. That's precious. Don't mention it. Wait, come back. We have a buddy. Wait up, jellyfish. You should get lost while you still can. Those dolphins might come back. After that, no way. You scared them real good. And what about you? Are you scared? I just killed someone half your size with only a touch. What's stopping me from doing the same to you? Oh, I mean, if you wanted to, wouldn't you have done it already? Get lost, kid. I was just trying to be nice, not signing up to be a babysitter. I'm not something you should be getting tangled up with. But, you were so cool back there. I'm so big, but I was really scared, and you weren't scared at all. I want to be brave like that. You want to be a killer? I'm a shark. I already kill people to eat. Whatever, just don't say I didn't warn you. And just like that, Lamna became part of your life. Time has always been difficult for you and to keep track of. Days melt into night, become weeks and months, and then before you've even realized it, it's been years. With Lamna, it becomes a little easier, having someone who acknowledges the change of night and day, who needs to eat, who sometimes even sleeps, who gradually grows over time, and makes the passage of time a little more obvious. But even so, it feels like it's only a blink of an eye before the shark pup you picked up is full grown. Yeah, because jellyfish live for like they're not super sentient. They kind of just float along and eat. That's really interesting. Is it morning already? Good morning, Muse. I wonder if it's Muse. I'm gonna keep saying Muse. You sleep a lot for a shark. I always thought you great whites couldn't stop moving or you'd die. Really? I've never heard of that. I guess my head does get kind of fuzzy when I stay still for too long, but I can still breathe. So what's on the docket for today? Do you really have to ask every morning? It's not like it ever changes. You can do whatever you want, and I'll just keep floating along either way. As crabby as ever, you really aren't a morning person, or a night person, or a anytime person? Mood. Well, I guess we'll just keep swimming then and see what the day brings. Suit yourself. Oh, we got a buddy. Whoa, there's a lot of ships over here. I've never seen this many in one place. It looks like a ship graveyard. Skeletal remains of a large merfolk. Some meat still clings to its bones. Wooden planks fallen from the hull of a shipwreck. They're coated with algae. Skeletal remains of a land dweller. A bit of meat still clings to their bones. Must have been a recent conflict. Oh, person. Green fish. Red fish, blue fish. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice me with all the seaweed. Okay. Well, I did. What's a graveyard? Land dwellers used to bury their dead in the ground. They would have large plots of land just for burials. Land dwellers used to bury their dead in the ground. What does that mean? Seems like a kind of waste to just bury them. It was mostly out of sentimentality, but also practicality. Believe it or not, cannibalism used to be taboo. Really, that's so weird. Just seems wasteful. I have chickens, and the way I was so shocked to find out online that most people are totally fine feeding chicken to their chickens, I'm like, out of all the things, I'm squeamish about that. I'm like, no. I'm not going to feed them chicken. That's crazy. Even if it is wasteful, like, it's just like, there's other ways to use it. We don't have to feed it to the chickens. We don't need to promote cannibalism amongst the dinosaurs. They're already crazy enough. Skeletal remains of a large merfolk. Algae and seaweed have begun to reclaim it. Oh, same thing. Oh, wait, was it the same thing? We died with their ship. Isn't it kind of weird that all these ships sunk around the same place, though? How does that happen? Could be a number of reasons. This could have been a route ships passed through frequently, so merfolk took advantage for hunting. There's also a reef nearby. The waters are shallow. Maybe at night, ships hit the reef, took on damage, and sank. You sure know a lot about land dweller stuff, Muse. Dun, 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 dun. If this place is dangerous for boats, then that probably means it's pretty safe for us, huh? I imagine land dwellers probably realized this route wasn't safe and stopped using it. We probably won't have to worry about anyone fishing near here. You know, one of these might make a good shelter later on if we're still in the area tonight. Uh-oh. Will they be big enough for you? There's some pretty big ones, and if not, I can just curl up. I don't mind if it's a snug fit. Are we going to be hiding from something? Skeletal remains of a large merfolk. Its bones have been picked clean. Picked clean remains. Wood remains of a shipwreck. It looks like they're one touch away from disintegrating. Whoop. Nearly dropped my phone. That would have been loud. Skeletal remains of a land dweller. Oh, already checked that. Man, some of these boats are huge. Imagine how big that mer that took them down must have been. Have some tea. I'm sure you could take down a boat if you tried. Really? That'd be pretty cool, but we're only allowed to do that in certain areas. It's kind of hard to keep track. I don't want to sink a boat full of people just trying to get somewhere, you know? That's very funny. Hey, I'm on the sea critter side. It's their land. It's their world. There's no such thing as shark-infested waters. They live there. I wonder where these boats were headed. Have you gone on land, Muse? I know you have cartilage instead of bones, but is your brain made of it too? Hey, it's a genuine question. You've got legs, so you could probably walk on land if you wanted to, right? They're not strong enough to support my body on land. It's a little bit of a typo there, heads up. If I left the water, I'd just wind up collapsing. That makes sense. Sorry, I guess it was a stupid question. If it makes you feel any better, if I tried to go up on land, my body would probably collapse too. At least my lower half would. They were both better off underwater. So it seems like, just in case there's a chase later, this dark green seaweed and this tall seaweed I can't swim through. So those are the barriers. So it's good to know, just in case there's... Oh. Don't try and run away from me. Eep! A shark! Fish are friends, not food. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, pretty. Oh, I don't think I can get to her. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there's just nothing to say. That's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What do you have to say? Eep, a shark. Okay, we don't have to be rude about it. Okay, there's kind of a pathway there. That's terrifying. Is there going to be a chase sequence? I'm so bad at chase sequences. No. Oh! I don't know why I didn't expect to be able to just swim out into the water. Whoop. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's a stuffed toy shaped like a shark. Its mouth is turned upward in an unrealistic grin, and its eyes are large and full of glitter, in an attempt to make it seem less intimidating. Instead, it just looks goofy. Still, it is well worn from many years of love. Oh, oh. The leather is cold, even through your pant legs. The slacks you borrowed from your father fits you poorly and feel stiff and awkward. They were the best you could do on such short notice. The room is sterile and white, pristine in the way that makes it you uneasy. The AC is cranked up to the max, and everything smells like hand sanitizer. Modern art and ornate statues adorn the walls and tables, reminders that the decoration budget for the waiting room alone is more than your dad makes at his 3 jobs in a month. You dig your nails into your palms and try to breathe. This place is nice. It's the highest paying clinical trial you've come across. You can't afford to let this opportunity pass you by. You need to make a good impression. You need this to work. Oh, this is a medical drama game. I get it. I get it. I see what you're putting down. Her body is frail. Oh. A small desk. The surface is littered with various pages. Help wanted sections circled in the newspaper. Different copies of a resume, unfinished homework assignments. Hospital bills crumpled into the corner from gripping the page too hard. Yeah, that's real. That's fucking real. Tell me you're in America without telling me you're in America. You hate hospitals. You always have. Your mother has been in and out of the hospital for as long as you've been alive. They keep saying they figured out what's wrong with her. They know how to fix it this time. She'll be better in no time. Your father is slowly killing himself, working 7 days a week, bouncing between 3 separate jobs, making sure your mother's bills can be paid, at least in part. When you told him you don't need to go to school, that you could just work like him, he insisted that you still go, that you not throw away this opportunity. If you went, you could get a higher paying job. You could build a better life for yourself, for them. He would never say that part, but that was all you really cared about. Anything to take the weight off his shoulders, anything for your mother. And you sit in your own hospital bed. The nurse explains the procedure like she does every time. Like every time you nod along and pretend you understand what it means, you let her slide the needle into your vein and wait for the anesthesia to knock you out again. You let them do whatever they need to if it means you can take care of the people who've given up so much to take care of you. Oh my goodness gracious. What are they doing to this child? I read that. Did I click on the table already? Did I go up like this? Can I go through here? I think it's looping though, so I bet I can go. There we go, it is. You lean against the glass table, soaking in the temporary coolness of the smooth surface. A faint breeze lulls in through the busted screen door, but it feels heavy and humid and does little to break the heat. Summer has been getting more and more brutal with each year. You vaguely remember as a child how much you hated winter, how you would yearn for spring and then summer. It's been a long time since you experienced a spring, or a fall for that matter. These days it feels like summer and winter stretch forever, and you switch between the two extremes without much fanfare. There's not even a local pool where you can go to cool off. Not that it would matter anyway. Now it's giving Hades Town. I just like musicals. These are all really obscure musical references if you're not into musicals. But a big part of the premise of Hades Town is that he's dealing with the Greek gods, and Persephone is staying with Hades too long down in the underworld, and it's causing the weather up top to be crazy. And it's kind of a metaphor for like capitalism and consumerism in real life, and you know, climate change, right? So gonna have some tea. Drinking lemon ginger tea. You don't know how to swim. Oh. And there's my shark buddy. Okay, I already talked to him. And this loops back towards him. We looked at the couch. Let's see what's over here. Oh, there's something down there I haven't seen. This is a very cool map. This fits the theme really well, like the non-Euclidean space. You slip into the hot water and feel yourself melt with comfort. Your body feels stiff. Your mother says you carry your stress in your shoulders. That's why your back hurts so much. You don't know where else to carry it. The bath is probably the thing you miss the most about your parents' house when you're at college. You hate showering in the shared bathrooms. Hearing people move around you while you're vulnerable and exposed in your little box, a swinging door, the only thing protecting you. Here, you can lock the door and have the whole room to yourself. You can take as long as you need. For just a little while, the stress disappears. Muse. Sorry. It's okay. Where do you go when you space out like that? You always look kind of sad. I usually just think I'm somewhere else, that's all. Right. Aw, is he like the little shark toy? Wait, I feel like I should save. I haven't saved at all. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I love these designs. These are so cute. They look like candy. You know what I mean? Aww. Hello, everybody. I don't know how intentional it is, but it feels like the pace of the music, the dana, 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 like matches the movement of the sprites in a really cute way. I wonder if I should be trying to click on any of these. Burner, burner. Huh. I think I'm trying to tell where it loops. Anyway, not the point. What is the point? Oh. Have you ever heard of the immortal jellyfish? Was there a difference to that one that I just am not seeing? Was it the yellow? It is the yellow one. No, that one's yellow too. When it reaches a certain age, it will revert back to an earlier stage in its life cycle. Assuming it's not killed or eaten, it could theoretically live forever, functionally immortal. A lot of, I think lobsters are the same way. Imagine if we could somehow give that ability to humans, if we could literally reverse the process of aging. If we never had to worry about our bodies failing us, about old age, the possibilities for the human race would be endless. Muse? You were doing it again, huh? Sorry. It's okay, I just don't want to lose track of you, that's all. Da, 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 da. Ooh. The trial has been going well, far better than we had anticipated. For so early on in our tests, we are hoping we might be able to convince you to stay on for another month or so, to continue monitoring the effects. Are you doing some kind of medical trial for money, or are you also sick? You would be compensated for your time, of course. In fact, considering how important this data is, we would be willing to increase the pay from the initial trial. Uh-oh. You're uncertain? Oh, of course, I completely understand your reservations. I know this process has been a lot for you, and you've already been here for 3 months. It's just, if you mention their mom in this state, well, how can I put this? Oh my goodness. Where's the last TV? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. We can't exactly let you leave like this, can we? Muse? Are you okay? You stopped moving for a bit there. When it came back, you looked scared. I'm fine. I just forgot where I was, that's all. Let's call it a day. We should head back to that ship graveyard we saw. It looks like it would make a good shelter for the night. All right. Let me have some tea. You're floating. You don't know how long it's been since they took you down here. It's difficult to tell time in a place the sun can't reach. You know it's been a long time, though. You can't remember when the lights finally died. You almost prefer it this way, though. The darkness obscures how close you are to freedom, so that it can't dangle tauntingly in front of you every time you open your eyes. Now you float in the void, darkness as far as the eye can see. Sometimes you can't even be sure if your eyes are open or not. Sometimes you even forget that you're trapped. It's never hard to remind yourself, though, as you lift a feeble arm drifting sluggishly through the stale water. Your fingers brush against thick glass, and the long tendrils encircling your body slowly lighten up, a faint bioluminescence filling the tube. The light doesn't travel far, but it's enough to see your reflection staring back at you. Oh, that's beautiful. I am going to plan ahead in a way I never do and take a screenshot because I need a thumbnail for later. That's a really pretty picture. I don't know if that's the one I'll use, but maybe. Lamna isn't here. Oh no. A broken barrel teeming with algae and seaweed. This table is covered in algae. Even some seaweed has begun to take root. Everything is rotted. Leave boat? No, not yet. Oh, I forgot to read that out loud. Leave the boat? No. Lamna might, I think she said she doesn't think that Lamna has gone far. Or you might, and if we drift away, then he won't be able to find us. Or you might forget where you are, lose track of time and space again, disappear into the abyss and lose yourself to an empty ocean again. A wooden crate now serving as a flower bed for seaweed. Rusted metal objects lay at the bottom, left behind by scavengers for serving no purpose. A wooden crate, busted apart and slowly rotting. Whatever it carried has been so worn down by time and water, you can't discern what it was. A rotting crate, the wood has become home for algae. A broken barrel, some metal coins can be seen at the bottom, coated in algae and grime. They're useless to anyone down here. Oh, that's the wall, okay. A wooden table slowly disintegrating into the water. broken crate. Seaweed and algae have started to overtake it. Whatever used to be in it has either rotted or been pilfered. He might just be swimming around outside. He gets restless easily. I'll just take a quick look. Oh shit. Lamna. Where are you, buddy? Endless Genesis. Lamna, hello. Oh, I reached the bottom. Is it gonna get darker? Ooh. That's creepy. Uh-oh. Oh. Looks like broken glass. Oh my gosh. Shut up. Oh my gosh, your memories before the tube are hazy. A fog that drifts aimlessly around you, thick enough to glimpse, but too ethereal to grasp. All you know is that there was a before, a you that existed beyond the thick glass walls. But now there is only this. It's been a long time, here in the dark. You don't remember exactly when the others disappeared, when the lights cut out, leaving you in the blackness. How many days had passed by in this abyss? You think at one point you had beat against this prison, hammered your fists tirelessly against the glass, screamed until your throat was hoarse. That feels so long ago now, though. Nothing came of it, and eventually you must have tired, because all you've done since is float here, lifeless. It would probably be easier if you were truly lifeless, if you didn't have a brain, a consciousness. Indecipherable days and nights would be meaningless if you didn't have a mind to process the agonizing slowness of time creeping by. But you do have a mind, and a rather stubborn one at that, because it still hasn't given out on you. In a black and timeless stretch of void like any other, it suddenly happens. Against all odds, the glass gives way against your touch. Your prison falls apart, shards scattering across the metal floor, and the rush of water escaping carries you with it. You hit the ground with a wet slap. Hair is splayed around you like an angel's wings. You try to push yourself up, but your arms feel like jelly. Your whole body tingles like static, as if every muscle has fallen asleep at once. The sensation does not subside no matter how long you wait. You swallow a thick lump, shaking as you try again, slow at first, easing yourself into the motion. It doesn't take long for it to become obvious that this isn't working. Your body can't move. Everything feels so heavy, and you are so fragile and weak. The world refuses to cooperate with you. Time inches by. You assume it does anyway. It's not like you can actually tell. The stale air and the darkness press down on you, the only light a faint glow emanating from your own bioluminescence. Of course, why are you even surprised? You've known all along. You're a jellyfish. How does a jellyfish hope to move outside of water? Your body may still look like that of a human on the outside, but your insides, who knows what state they're in? Do you even still have muscles? Bones? You must, but you have no idea whether they're still recognizable as human anatomy. But then, why can you still breathe? You still have lungs. They still function. So why doesn't the rest of you? You traded one prison for another. You aren't sure which is worse, trapped in a small glass case, floating in stasis, or lying prone in an open space, freedom at your fingertips, yet impossible to grasp. You won't starve to death. You would have long ago if that were possible. The bastards didn't even give you the option to asphyxiate. Asphyxiate, that's a hard word to say. Your fingers are numb and your hands shake as you desperately try to grip the shard of glass. Oh. It digs into your skin and something that might be blood oozes from your palm, but you feel nothing. Briefly, you think that you should feel some sort of dread or anguish, or even simply relief as you stab the shard into your throat and drag the glass across your neck. Vaguely, you can feel something hard pressing into you, touching up against the flesh. But the pain is absent. You can't bring yourself to care. You weren't sure how long you lay there, clear blood seeping from your body, melting into the puddle of still salt water on the floor, before you realize that your consciousness is not fading. A painless death does not creep up to embrace you. By the time you think to feel the wound at your neck, it's already closed up. It could be seconds. It could be hours before the laugh escapes you. My cat scared the shit out of me. She's knocking at my window, and I had both my headphones on. Just wait a second. Wet, strangled, almost like a cough. Of course, there's no escape. You don't know why you're even surprised. You couldn't drown. You couldn't starve. You can't asphyxiate. You can't even bleed out. They couldn't even grant you the freedom of death. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is horrifying. Like, what a way to turn the concept of immortality into an absolute fucking nightmare. Lights and colors swirl in the air around you, even when you close your eyes. Chatter swims in the next room, always muffled, always just distant enough that you can't make out their words. Sometimes it's people talking. Sometimes it almost sounds like birdsong. Sometimes it's screaming. Can you hear the sound of my cat at my door? Oh my god, she's gonna bust open my window. I don't want to pause the recording. It's a pain in the butt. Okay. Sorry, my cat so distracted me. We have a cat door. She doesn't need to come in through my window. She's just being needy. Sometimes it's screaming, incoherent and piercing, ear-piercing. You can never tell if it's just in your head or if it's coming from you. You stabbed yourself so many times. The glass is not strong enough to break through your skull, though. You cannot destroy the source of your life, your thoughts. You cannot escape. You wait and you wait, and you pray that eventually your mind will simply shut down from the endless, monotonous nothing. It never does. And then one day, the building collapses under the pressure of the ocean, and it floods. And just like that, it's over. You can move. You can leave, because you're a jellyfish. But you never really did. In your dreams, you're still there, immobile on the floor, limp and helpless, abandoned. The colors still swim in your vision. The voices still mutter just on the edge of earshot. Sometimes you aren't sure how much of what you call your life is real. Sometimes it gets a little too cold and you remember the metal floor pressed up against you, and all you can do is claw at your neck until the feeling fades. Muse. Something is calling out to you. Uh-oh. Follow the sound. Move away from the sound. Follow the sound. We're going to follow the sound. A familiar voice calls out to you, warm and bright, like the water at the surface of the ocean, comforting and welcoming. You approach it slowly, almost hesitantly, before you're pulled into its embrace. Muse. Muse, are you okay? You were wandering around, staring into space again. Where were you? Huh? I was just looking for some food. Why didn't you wake me up? Why didn't you say something? You were scared. You were so scared. You come to rely on Lambda's presence to help you remember what's real, to pull you from the dreams you find yourself wandering through. You never realized just how much you depend on him, how much comfort his presence brings you. He was the first person to look at you with such brightness in his eyes, sparkling like sunlight on the water, the first person to stay by your side, even when you didn't know where you were going. This is why you were so reluctant to let him follow you around, because you were scared of the day you would turn around and find he wasn't there anymore. Muse, oh Muse, I'm so sorry. Please don't cry. It's okay, I'm right here. I'm sorry for not waking you. I wasn't thinking. What if I'd wandered off and you hadn't been able to find me? You'd be alone again, wandering aimlessly in this endless sea. I won't lose you that easily. Aw. I'm sorry, Muse. I didn't mean to scare you, but I promise I won't leave without saying something like that again. I won't abandon you. You can't get rid of me that easy. It feels so strange to have someone's arms around you, to feel the sensation of another person's skin against yours. Lamna's skin is smooth in one direction but rough in the other, scratching you when the currents cause him to shift. You've always been hesitant to touch Lamna, scared you might poison him without meaning to. You're always so scared of hurting him and something happening that will leave you alone again, for all the effort you make to keep your distance from others. You really only managed to fool yourself. I'm laughing at my cat, not the game, sorry. For all the effort you made to keep your distance from others, you really only managed to fool yourself. You don't want to be alone, but you're more scared of having something and losing it than never having it at all. Muse, are you okay? Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Liar. It's okay. If I do something that upsets you, you can get mad at me, and I'll just make sure to do it better next time. It's pretty rare that you get upset or ask anything of me, so I don't really mind it. Does that mean? It's not like I like to see you get upset. It's just I feels a little nice, I guess, to know that you worry about me. Of course I worry about you. I suppose I don't show it very much, but I wouldn't still be traveling with you if I didn't want to be. Lamna wiggles happily. He butts his head against your chest, nuzzling into you. You feel relief at his touch, comforted by the contact. Hesitantly, you pat his head. He seems content with that. Did you manage to find any food? Oh yeah, I caught some fish. I was bringing what was left for you. You know that your time with Lamna can't last forever, but you can at least hold on to it while it does last, so that when it does end, you'll have something precious to look back on and hold on to until you finally reach your own end. The end. Aww. I like the happy ending. Oh, I love this menu music so much. That was so sweet. It was very metaphorical. It's fascinating. I have a lot of very similar, like ocean, medical metaphors in my game. I think that's very interesting. I would guess that there's more information in the other ending. I usually don't go for multiple endings because I usually like to have like the ending that I authentically got. I have questions. You know, the question is obviously how much of it is a metaphor and how much of it isn't. Is this a world that became so I guess a part of the implication is that there are multiple people who are hybrids of humans and animals, and the world has become very like ocean dominant. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. I think a part of the beautiful aspect of the metaphor here is the weaponization of immortality. I think was really interesting and super original, and being taken advantage of in the medical system. So whether that's not being told the truth about what procedures you're doing, being used for like experimental procedures against your will, having to deal with just like the hoops of insurance, pretty much any system that puts the value of money over a human life, the evilness at the core of a system like that. Very, very beautiful. I thought the art was really good. Some of the like tile set collisions were a little awkward. You kind of tell, sometimes I couldn't tell where I could swim and where I couldn't. I was relieved that there wasn't a chase sequence at the end. I thought the writing was really good. I only saw a couple different little typos. I think that it was a really, really sweet story. I really enjoyed that. I don't know how many other games this creator has made, but I think they have a good instinct for tone, especially, and what's the word for it? It had like a good, like the really like ephemeral open spaces. I really liked those dream sequences. I think the one with the little TVs was even my favorite. And I need to go let my cat in before she rips my window out. But this is fun. I'm hoping to do some more of them. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I'm hoping to get back into it. But I really, really loved this. Really good job. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you, internet. Bye, internet. Hi, internet. Bye.